All right, Shalom. All right, before I get started, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopefully elect, as well as those that believe in the gospel. All right, those who believe in Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, I just wanted to get into, pretty much, like an update number 3, all right? I did a couple of videos on what's going on with the energy crisis in Europe, and the Russian weaponizing the energy, and, the domino effect that this was going to have on Europe as a whole, all right? The UK and all of these different countries, and so what? All right, but this article here, it says, prepare for a winter from hell. All right, it says, at some point in the future, historians will describe December 2022 to April 2023 as the winter from hell for Europe particularly, but also spreading around the world. The energy system is already stretched to breaking point. No excess capacity exists today in the sector. None. Rivers are dry. High temperatures are boosting electricity demand, which in turn requires increased amounts of natural gas at the margin. This has prompted a switch back to coal where such capacity still exists and supplies are available. Large and small consumers are also looking to switch to diesel or distillate when they can, but refineries are producing as much diesel as they are able, with no surplus capacity. Policy efforts so far have failed to address this deep malice, and the consequences could be catastrophic, including government interventions in energy markets of a magnitude not seen since World War II. All right. So, and, you made your bed, now you got to sleep in it, man. All right. Which is why Europe is at such a what's the word I want to use? Man, mine drew a blank. But they are at a breaking point, all right? Because they don't want to deal with Russia, all right? Russia has pretty much cut that Nord Stream 2 pipeline to down to like 10% or something. So it's like they're barely getting gas, all right? The natural gas that they're getting from Russia is not even keeping them afloat, all right? That's why they're at a breaking point. They came with different legislations, all right, to try to cut the gas use by 15%, so they can make it through the winter, all right? They try to ration the gas, but it's been a domino effect, man, all right? Because you have all of these power plants and these factories that have to run on that natural gas too, all right? So what happens when those things, they when they start getting shut down, all right? Your meat factories and different things like that, then you won't even be able to process meat, all right, or anything in the factories, all right, in the meat packing plants. You won't even be able to get those on the shelves just because of the energy, all right, because you don't have the gas, the natural resources to use it, all right. So like I said before, man, it's a domino effect, all right. That's why they calling it a winter from hell, all right. Now I got a couple more articles, but I want to read a little bit more here. It says, the pending catastrophe began more than a year ago when Russia stopped filling natural gas storage in the region. All right. Like I said before, that was going to be a big problem, man. It says, but natural gas may be the least of Europe's energy problems this winter. A prolonged drought has dried up rivers. All right. Droughts all across the world, man. China, Africa, U.S., Europe droughts are everywhere, and that's not a coincidence, all right? You can You know, if you have eyes to see, man, you can see that the Lord is visiting this place, man. All right. Yeah, I think that was it in that one. So yeah, all right. So on top of the energy being at a breaking point, this is where the people are. All right. It says, forget showering, it's eat or heat for shocked Europeans hit by energy crisis, man. It's eat or heat, man. All right. It says no more ironing, limited oven use, and showering at work. Europeans are trying to keep their energy use down, but the bills keep climbing. All right. The bills keep climbing, man, and they're not going to go down. It says as wholesale gas and electricity prices surge, millions of people in Europe are now spending a record amount of their income on energy, and data shows. All right. In East England town of Grimsby, Philip Keatley didn't turn on his cooling fan at home as Britain sweltered under a record heat wave this summer. A look at his bank account showed he couldn't afford to. The cost of living has increased, and yet you're still expected to live on the money provided for when there wasn't a crisis. I can either have my heating on or eat. All right? These people have to pick and choose. All right? That's why they say it's going to be a winter from hell, man. You're looking at people freezing to death or people starving to death, man. They got to pick and choose, man. All right? And I'm going to come back to this because I was just reading this article on a Newsbreak app that was yesterday. And, you know, you're not safe here. You U.S. citizens not safe here either, man. All right? It says over 20 million households risk losing their utilities. The rising cost of living and impact of inflation have left millions of households across the U.S. with outstanding utility bills, an issue that can get worse with power shutoffs on the horizon and cooler weather looming. All right, and you're not safe here in the U.S. either, man. All right, you've had record heat temperatures here. You've had droughts here. All right, just as those other countries are dealing with over there. All right, simultaneously. All right, the Lord is visiting this place, man. Like I said, it's not a coincidence. All right. All of these things are not just simultaneously happening at the same time, man. All right. People think, oh, that's just over there in Europe, you know, because they're no, it's here too, man. Shutoffs are on the horizon. All right. Freeze to death, man. And I'm talking about in the thick of the winter. All right. When in some places it get to 10 degrees, 0 degrees, man. 20 degrees. You know? National Energy Assistance Directors Association, which collects national data on energy assistance programs, says 1 in 6 or more than 20 million households are behind on their power bills. A primary source behind the utility debt is a surge in energy prices. The natural gas prices have jumped since Russia invaded Ukraine in February. The cost of natural gas was up 30.5% year over year in July. The average rate for electricity was up about 15% in July, the largest increase since 2006. Millions more are, across the country, millions more are over 60 days behind and in danger of losing their service as the bill is coming due. Yeah, man. So the things are, It's getting wacky. All right, things are getting wacky out here, man. All right, what are these people gonna do when they lose their energy? All right, their utilities, their lights. All right, because everything has been, people don't know how to start fire from scratch. You know, and even if you did that, inside your house, they might set something on fire. It's a whole list of things that I can go into. But the main point I'm trying to make is that this is going to drive people to be in outrage, man. All right? The outrage, the civil unrest is coming, man. It's literally coming down the street. All right? It ain't even around the corner. It's coming down the street, man. All right? Let me see if I had any more in this. Yeah, it says citizens in other European countries too are voluntarily taking action to cut consumption as gas, electricity, and fuel prices skyrocket. And they're gonna keep blaming it on the war in Ukraine. All right. But we understand, if you in the know, you understand that this is all orchestrated behind the scenes, man. All right. It says sanctions on Russia in the aftermath of the coronavirus pandemic. And you European nations, man, you chose to side with America, man. All right. You have an alliance with them, and that's gonna come back and to bite you. All right. That's gonna come back and hurt you, man. Cause you picked a side. You make your bid with America, and now you're gonna have to lay in it, man. All right. It says the benchmark European gas price has soared 550% in the past 12 months. The cost of energy for British consumers will rise by 80% from October. All right? Taking an average annual household bills to $4,188, all right, in American dollars. All right, they use pounds over there, but it's pretty much equivalent to $4,200. All right. Now, can you imagine spending $4,200 on your bills, man? This that's why I read with this guy. Salaki, man. Is like I read with this guy Philip Keatley. All right. I read that for a reason. Is because he made a valid point. The cost of living has increased, and yet you're still expected to live on the money provided for when there wasn't a crisis, man. All right? They're doing that on purpose to you. All right? Problem, or we have a solution. All right? They want to send people into derision. All right? They want to have the people and backed all the way up into the fence, and there's nowhere else to go. All right. And then they say, oh, well, we came out with this little chip. So, if you take this, then, everything will go away. We'll just reset everything for you. It says, European governments have rushed to offer aid, but data shows the assistance hasn't made a significant difference to households. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. So moving on to the last article. All right. That heat or eat. All right. It says winter protests loom as energy price crisis sweeps across Europe. All right. And hey, what else could it lead to? Civil unrest. All right. And that's coming here to America. When these 20 million people no longer can afford to have their bills on, their utilities on, all right, That's what they gonna resort to. All right. It says pretty much read that in the other one already. There's a point here I wanted to get. Let's see what's wrong with this thing. It says, that's the point. It says energy protests can oust governments. Sri Lankan police impose curfew amid mass protests. All right. Whichever route governments choose, the coming winter is said to be plagued by social unrest. Whichever route the government chooses, man. Meaning these people have had enough. All right. It says, warned Naomi Hosan, a professor at Weber. She is studying energy, fuel, and food riots, and says that a conservative estimate, 10,000 such protests have taken place worldwide since last November. Many more are expected in an uncertain future. All right. When people start complaining in mass about their inability to pay for their basic needs and must choose between heating or eating, it can overturn governments. All right. They won't regard their kings nor princes, man. 2 Esdras 15. All right. It says often an energy protest turns into a political protest like Sri Lanka. She noted, if I were a politician, I'd be really worried. And why you think these, maybe a month or 2-3 months back, they had all of these prime ministers resigning. All right. That guy, Boris Johnson over the UK, he resigned. And it was like almost 80 other people within the cabinet. They resigned. All right. They have different other prime ministers in Italy and the Sri Lankan guy. All right. Because these people are coming for you, man. All right. That's why this person said, hey, if I were a politician, I'd be really worried. Because it's nothing that they can do. All right. We understand that they're all puppets, man. Just being controlled by the global elites, man. Do you see the faces of the global elites in the news media? No. All right. This is what things are going, man. Let me Jeremiah. Get a couple precepts, man. I'm gonna end it out. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. And this is the times that we're in, man. Things are heating up. All right. The winter from hell. All right. They call the from 2022 of December to the April 2023, the winter from hell. All right. They are calling 2023 the year from hell. All right. Why you think they putting all of these notions out there, man? Because things are going to continue to get worse. All right. Much, much worse. All right. We are in Jacob's trouble, but it hasn't gotten to that breaking point. All right. To where it's just full on sedition. All right. They don't have any troops on the ground yet. All right. But it's coming. All right. Like I said, it's down the street. All right. It says, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. And that's the elect, man. The elect will be saved out of these things. All right. When all of these things are going on, You know, the Lord is going to perform miracles for the elect, man. All right? But only for the elect, man. The multitude of the 1/3 and 144,000, man. You know, the Lord is going to feed them. All right? The Lord is going to take care of the elect, man. You know? So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I wanted to get this Lamentations is 4:9 or 5:9. Yeah, 5:9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. All right. For these pine away, stricken through the want of the fruits of the field. All right. When these people start starving to death, all right, freezing to death, you know, that's a terrible slow pain, man. All right. It's better to just, you know, take one to the head, you know, jump off a building. All right. Than to just sit there and let your body go into oh man, what's the word when you freeze to death? Hey man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, it's gonna come back to me after I'm done with this and watch. But you know, they're gonna freeze to death, man. All right. Your body eating you up from the inside. All right. I did a video on that, on the process on how your body eats you up from the inside, man. And then you die. You know? You know, that's what it was prophesied to be, man. We at the end, all right? And this is what we got to go through, all right? That second Esdras 7 and 9, all right? This is what we got to go through, man. We got to go through it to get to it, all right? So, you know, I brought this out. This lesson was edifying, all right? Call Halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakwadash. All right, double honors once again to the apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who taught me his truth. And peace, blessings, and salutations, man, to the hopefully elect. Till next time, I say shalom.